front archie. Perfect. Again, if you look at the profile, he's made wedges. He's on his hip. He's trying to connect his knee to his heel. Don't worry about the footlock, bro. Just think about the control first of all. Just, yes, good. See the way he's controlling this knee line? That's everything. Don't worry about the leg lock. If you're doing this control first, the leg lock, the finishing will be a lot easier. If you're too worried about going for this and my knee's way back there, and look at the space, sorry, look at the space between Carl's knee and his heel, the leg lock's going to be very hard to finish in anybody. Good. So now from there, Carl's going to make the transition into the saddle position. So he pulls this across and he gets into his own position here. So we looked about, we're looking at all the things the guy's going to do from here. Obviously, he wants to withdraw his knee. He's pulling. So obviously, if that doesn't work, I know we're not doing heel hooks, but Carl wants to bring my heel up this way. Another good thing is I can hide it by turning away from Carl and hiding my heel. So another escape, even though we're not doing heel hooks, is turning away from the person. So if Carl has me in the saddle from here, I'm going to turn away. Now watch what I'm doing with this right leg. I put it behind Carl, and now from there I can put this hand here, push to get my knee line behind his knee. Now I can swim inside and start the knee. So again, one more time on that. Carl has me in front archie. He makes the transition to the saddle, and we're there. So he's perpendicular to me. Obviously, if it's heel hooks, he'd be looking to pull that up. So one kind of thing I can be thinking about is to remove my knee. If I can't do this to get it back, I can turn away from Carl. The second I turn away from Carl, I can hide my heel, but this hand's going to come across. And when I push, I'm trying to get my knee to the outside of Carl's knee. I know it looks quite, my foot's flopping around there, but then this one can come inside. I mean, I could get back into the saddle on Carl from this position as well, but for the sake of the drill, I'm just coming up here. That's turning away. We can also turn in. So if Carl has me in front archie, gets me into the saddle. The other thing I can be doing is, so that's turning away. If I turn in towards Carl, physically come up on top, okay, into the smash canny basami position, and we're going to cover this later in the mesocycle. Once I have that underhook, I can bring my knee inside to make a bit. Sorry, bro. Find this. Fast. Again, one more time on that. Carl puts me into the saddle. Perfect. Turning away. So first one, clear the knee line. Second one is turning into him. Alright. And now physically, how do I remove this knee line? I'm coming up and bringing Carl's top leg over his bottom leg. Now I can do this, I can come into the cradle, bring this, wedges, windshield wiper, and the side control. So let's look at how to close that down. Those are our two main areas that Carl's going to be doing. We'll take it from the start, bro. So Carl's standing up. Single leg X, I want that, he takes it away. I kick him in the butt. He switches to false X. I get his hands on the mat. There's my wedge. I physically pick him up. Okay, and from that position, I'm going to put him straight down into the saddle here. Now again, when we're playing this our saddle position, our first line of defense was the pinch of the knees. Carl's going to try and pull his leg out. That's our first thing. The second thing he's thinking about is turning away from me. Think about if I was going for a heel hook, I want to bring this up. Carl's turning it away. Okay, how do I stop him from turning away from me? I just find the secondary leg. Turn away from me now, bro. Now when we bring the secondary leg into it, I don't want to bring it so it's over my knee line here and I'm pinching like this. Think about pulling it inside and I'm pinching my knees like this. So if Carl tries to turn away from me, very, very difficult. So, again, start. So controlling the secondary leg stops the turning away escape, if that makes sense. The minute I get him in the saddle, I'm looking for the secondary leg. So putting it into the drill. go for this. I kick him in the butt, make my wedges, come up, pick him up, put him straight down into the saddle, and we already have this leg across. Okay? Now we also looked at that secondary escape, or the other escape. That was turning away. That's what Carl wants to do, so he stopped that by bringing this leg over. This other escape, where he's coming up in, yes. How do I stop that? See the way Carl has to hip heist? I just underhook this leg. So now if he tries to come up, just do not go. Anytime I have this leg elevated. So now we've got two ways of closing down how he's going to get out of the saddle. But how, you know, trying to remember which one do I do? We do both at the same time. The minute I get into the saddle, I find this, I bring it across. That stops him turning away from me. And now to stop him turning into me and coming up, that's the leg, I just keep that elevated. Whether I pinch my knees, do any of them now. And there is a submission from there, it's called a Texas Club Relief. It's illegal in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but we can do it in the club. Just do it nice and gentle. So just one more time from the start. So we want to be understanding why we're grabbing the secondary leg and controlling it. It's to stop him turning away, if that makes sense. And we all want to understand why we're elevating the primary leg. Okay, so we can't turn the other way. So if you've got those two forms of control, you're really going to troubleshoot the saddle position. So we're here. I want this, he takes it away, and I do off balance too. Okay. Slide this up, bring in my false X. There's my wedge. I kind of pick him up a little bit, put him straight down. And once I get him here, we talked about pinching up the knees, controlling the knee line, pull this in, keep the primary leg elevated, everything's tight, and then do your stuff, Carl. The other thing I can do from this position is, say, I'm playing the game from there, and I am not allowed to do this type of submission. I can just push that out of the way, come up to combat face.